Alex from We Are One 1306 here. Just a quick video really, just to discuss my end game stats and what it took for me to beat the Dark Aeons, Nemesis and Pegasus in regards to stats. I have got the platinum for this, and basically what I want to do, starting from tomorrow night at 8:30 PM, I'm going to be doing a stream 3 times a week, just basically starting the game again and showing you guys how to get the platinum. So that's going to be taking you through the whole story, hopefully giving you some hints and tips on how to get the platinum. So that's beating all the bosses, getting all the celestial weapons, and so forth. So first of all, I want to discuss my stats where I am now, and some myths that I've been hearing as well. So first of all, I'll just show you the stats. Everybody's sphere grid here is full. In order to get the platinum, you have to do that. It does take a while. That's probably the most annoying part of it. But just in regards to beating the Dark Aeons, the characters that I used was Tidus, Walker and Riku. Now, as you can see, if I scroll through these characters here, none of their looks are really that high, and all I ever hear is to beat the Dark Aeons you need max luck, or you need luck up over 120, which is a complete myth, as long as you focus on the right strategy while you're doing it. Now, I hadn't even really touched Lulu, Kimari, Auron or Yuna when I went for the Dark Aeons. All I did was focus completely on Walker, Riku and Tidus. Now, as you can see as well, the HPs and MPs, none of them are over 9999. What you really want to focus on is strength first, I would say, defense, agility, evasion, magic defense and accuracy. If you look at mine, they're all 255, so that's as max as they can get. Magic doesn't really matter. If you're using the strategy that I'll discuss in a second, magic really doesn't matter, and neither does luck. So as you can see, they are all max now. If you are stuck and you're stuck for sort of filling in that sphere grid, and you're really looking to get that done as soon as possible so you can go and fight the Dark Aeons, then I would really recommend looking at videos on YouTube about how to do the Don Tomberry trick. Because I mean, when at the point that you can fight the Dark Aeons, you're not really going to have the stats necessary to do it. But if you do the Don Tomberry trick and you spend a lot of time in the monster arena getting the spheres necessary to increase those stats, then it doesn't take that long before you can start going after the Dark Aeons. So before you do start the Dark Aeons, what I would suggest, just due to the items that you can get for it, is talk to this guy here and start as early as possible as well. You want to be fighting and finding and capturing the monsters for the monsters arena. So as soon as you get to the Calmlands, I mean, I wouldn't really worry about backtracking too much. As soon as you get to the Calmlands and you can do it, I would start straight away in the Calmlands, catching as many of these fiends as you can. Because if I'm being honest, it does take a long time if you don't do that when you want to do that at the end. So capture all of the fiends as early as you can. So when you get to the point where you're ready to fight the conquests, and then start on the Dark Aeons, it doesn't take you as long in one go. So I would definitely say start that as early as you can. Okay, now weapons. So in order to beat the Dark Aeons, I would definitely say, I mean, you probably don't need to have them, but in order to beat them, I had all of the celestial weapons fully maxed out. So you want all of them fully maxed out. So you've got break damage limit, because it does come in very, very handy when you're trying to chip away at their HP, because most of them have a lot of HP, and it's going to take you a while to chip away at them. It's going to take you even longer if you don't have break damage limit. So as you can see, I've got the fully maxed out Celestials for every character, which is a chore in itself. Now I'll show you the armours that I have. It's recommended that there's 2 separate armours that you will need when you fight in the Dark Aeons to when you go for Penance. Okay, so the armour that you use for the Dark Aeons is recommended that you have Auto Protect, Auto Phoenix, Auto Haste, and Stoneproof or Ribbon. Now, I think Riku's the only person that has ribbons for me, so let me just double check. But I made a massive mistake while I was doing it. I wasn't thinking. I accidentally put Ribbon and Stoneproof on the same armour, and that's overkill really. You don't need that. So she doesn't have Auto Haste, so it was a little bit of a pain having to haste her every single time. But as you can see with Walker, they've got Auto Potion instead of Auto Phoenix, but Auto Phoenix, Auto Potion, as long as you have Auto Protect and Stoneproof or Ribbon and Auto Haste, then it should be fine. Now, other things that I would recommend, I mean, like I say, you don't need to have maxed out luck, and the reason for that is because obviously they're really quick, the Dark Aeons, so most of the time when you try to hit them they will miss. So if you max out your agility, your accuracy and your attack, your strength, then if you quick hit them, then every few turns you will hit them, so you'll chip away slowly but surely. But what I always do is start the fight off making sure everyone's buffed up, so you want auto life on all of your characters first. You want to make sure that they're all hasted if they don't have it on their armour already. And then you want to start casting Cheer ×5, so you want to cast Cheer 5 times, and that's basically going to raise their strength and raise their defence to the point where, for example, if you're fighting Yojimbo, which is one of the annoying ones because you have to fight him 5 times, he can't kill you with his Wakizashi attack, and that, if he enters the battle in the first time you fight him, he'll automatically ambush you, so he'll hit you straight away and you'll not have a chance to attack before that. So if you want to make sure that your defence is really high for that, so he doesn't kill you straight away. But what I'll do is I'll just go have a little wander with my characters, just to go show you where you would find the Dark Aeons. First. So I wanted to do this really just to sort of introduce where I was at before I start my actual streaming, and obviously I am quite a new streamer, so if you just bear with me. We'll start by going to Yojimbo. Anyway, just to discuss even further, when you're fighting the Dark Aeons, if you focus on buffing your characters up straight away, use your overdrives as well. So you want Riku's mix, and you want to be mixing for Hyper Mighty G. That would be the first one to use, and that'll cast auto life on all of your characters, as well as Shell Protect, Haste. Then if you get mix again with Riku, you want to be looking at, I always like Trio of 9999, and basically what that means is every time you attack, if you haven't got break damage limit and you haven't maxed out your characters, it'll take off 9999, and also every time you heal, even if it's just a potion or a prey, it'll heal 9999. So I always found that really helpful, but you don't really need to do that. Otherwise it would be ultra null all, and that'll cast luck times 5 on you as well as the ultra element, sorry, the null alls, the null elements, which is always handy, but mainly for the luck. But then you want to use your overdrive. You want to use attack reels with Whacker, and you want to use Blitz Ace really with Tidus. I mean, it's really hard to hit Blitz Ace, so if you can't do it, and if you're not really confident doing it, then use Slice and Dice instead. Although that doesn't take off as much. But anyway, you want to make sure that all your characters are always sitting on as much health as they can. And when the Aeon is about to use its overdrive, if your turn is the last turn you're going to get before they have their turn, the Dark Aeon has their turn, then you want to swap one of your characters out, whoever's turn it is, for Yuna, bring out an Aeon, just have your Aeon defend, or just do anything really, for basically use it as a meat shield. So that was Yojimbo. Yojimbo didn't appear because I've beaten him already, but we'll just discuss it more as I'm going around the different areas.
We're counting.
But yeah, this is probably my favourite all-time game.
Here we go!
Probably 15 years to complete it. I'm sure there's other people out there struggling with the Dark Aeons as well. But yeah, like I say, don't worry too much about having max luck. Hi guys, how you doing? This is just going to be a short stream. I'm going to jump on again straight away after till 5 o'clock. I'm just showing you guys basically where I am at with my stats and stuff on my save after getting the platinum, because what I want to do is start again for streaming purposes and basically go through the whole game and show you how to get the platinum, so just in case you haven't got it. Now obviously I didn't max out every single character when I went for the Dark Aeons. I just solely focused on Riku, Whacker and Tidus. Bit of a thing to point out as well is the sphere grid only gives you a certain amount of sort of strength spheres and slots that are already there for all of your stats, so you do have to grind a little bit in the monster arena to get extra, to fill in extra nodes with sort of strength spheres and speed, agility and so forth. And you do that by basically just fighting different monsters in the monster arena. So there'll be the creations and they'll drop 2 at a time, so it can take a little bit of a little while, but Penance on the other hand, Penance is different in regards to the armours. I'll show you what armours I used for Penance just after here. So Valifor will appear here in Besaid, but as you can see, because we've beaten him, he's not appearing. So he's the first one that you should go for. He's the easiest one. I'll just have a look at my armours for. There we go. That's the armour, and that's the sort of setup that you want for fighting Penance. So you've got auto potion, you've got defence plus 20%, we've got auto haste, we've got auto protect. I actually think that Nemesis, this might be a rare opinion, but I think that Nemesis is harder than Penance. As long as you keep Penance's arms out of the way, as soon as they sort of appear again, just hammer them. I mean, I always found that some of the AEONS dodged your attacks more than Penance did. So as long as you keep the arms out the way, and then once they're both out the way, just absolutely focus on Penance himself. And whatever you do, don't let Penance have both of his arms out at the same time when he's in his second form. So after a certain amount of HP you take off him, it turns in, it drops half of his body, and then he can use.
You're counting.
He can use a different sort of ultimate attack. I'll just wipe your whole party out straight away, so just make sure that you don't let him have his arms out and he won't use it. He does have a lot of HP though. How are you guys getting on? Are you alright? Do you use auto, haste, auto, phoenix, ribbon, break HP limit? See, I've never once had HP on this game higher than 9999. I know that, I suppose it would help if, because a lot of the AEONS can kill you straight away. I just don't think it's really needed. I always have one character with ribbon, and then use auto haste, auto potion, or auto phoenix. Auto protect, and then the stone, the ribbon, or the stone proof. I think I've got everybody with ribbons now, because Yojimbo drops ribbons when you beat him. So it's good for farming, because you have to beat Yojimbo 5 times. And it's easy to miss one of them actually, so you can beat him 4 times and then he walks away. Or no, he runs away. When you get to the end of the cave, you can beat him 4 times, it's a missable one. And that was a bit of a pain, so I ended up farming him quite a lot because I kept missing that. But he drops some really good armors. Most of the Dark AEONS do. I'm just going up to Ifrit here. But anyway, yeah, I'll be starting a new game on this. Hopefully teaching some, showing you some hints and tips and stuff on how to get the platinum. So I'll do a proper run through, starting from tomorrow at 8:30 PM. But look, there's normally an NCP here, an NPC, and you talk to him, and then he says that the child's gone missing. And then Ifrit's just hanging off the cliff behind him, but I've beaten him already. Right, as you can see here actually, in regards to the Albed primers, what I did miss on this save, and I had to start again on, so I could, because I missed, there's 3 Albed primers in home, and I missed them, so I had to start all over again after I beat Penance and Nemesis. But I did it, I ended up doing it. That was just the last bit. Still an amazing game though. No problem at all in starting again. Just go to the last few AEONS locations, and then we'll call it a day, and I'll jump on. I'm going to be doing a different game though. I just thought I'd show everybody how my stats are.
You're counting.
In regards to how difficult I found the Aeons, I would say if I was to rank them, I would put Anima on the top. I fought the Major Sisters individually, and I fought the little B one. I think it's Cindy, but I might be wrong. I thought that was really tough because she casts loads of status effects on you, and they're so annoying. But I would definitely recommend fighting them individually. You don't fight them all at the same time because they can use Delta attack and they'll just wipe you out. But I would say the Major Sisters are probably next to Anima, underneath Anima, and then
You're counting on me, kid.
It takes ages to beat him. Yojimbo, even though you have to beat him 5 times, I don't think he's that difficult. And then Ixion, because you have to face him twice. Shiva, because they're really quick, dodges you quite a lot actually, to be fair. And then Ifrit. And then Valifor. Valifor's easy.
Yeehaw! Here we go!
I'll just go to where Bahamut normally is, and then I'll love you and leave you. And I'll jump on a different stream. Yeah, that's the point. You can Yojimbo all of the Aeons, but if you like a challenge, then I mean I would definitely advise against it. But Zamato with Yojimbo can kill everything in the game straight away, as long as if you built a relationship with him with Yuna. You don't even need to give him that much money. But unless you have, I mean, if you haven't, then you do need to give him a lot of money. So if you want the easy way out, then just use Yojimbo. But I would definitely say at least give it a shot without Yojimbo. My Yuna was really weak actually. Still love playing this. Such an amazing game. My most recent Final Fantasy that I've completed was Final Fantasy VI. Surprised by how good that was. I mean, the wife's been asking me ever since we first got together to play that. It's her favourite game. I finally got round to that a few weeks ago. It is really good. But I still think this is better, if I'm honest. It might not be a popular opinion. Yeah, a lot of people say that. It is a really, really good game, and I did really enjoy it. I don't know what it is. The first Final Fantasy I ever played was 7. So I went up, so I went 7, 8, 9, 10 and so forth. I always thought that because it wasn't 3D and just the sort of artwork and stuff on it, I thought that would put me off. Well, it did kind of put me off. But then when I did play it, the storyline was brilliant. So, and the gameplay and everything. I'm to tell the truth, I've not done the Dragon's Den yet. I've beaten Kefka. But yeah, I've not done the Dragon's Den. It's because I played it on my phone. I like, if I'm sort of playing a Final Fantasy game, I like getting the trophies for it. And because I've got it on my phone, it doesn't really, trophies don't really mean a lot, do they? Right, anyway guys, I just thought I'd come on, like I say, and just give you a brief look at my end game stats and stuff, and what it took me to beat the Dark Aeons. And I'm going to shoot now. I'm going to start my streaming properly tomorrow at 8:30. I'm going to start the whole game again. Thanks for tuning in, anybody that did tune in. I'm going to probably clip this video and put some on YouTube. I'm going to be back on in the next 5 minutes, so if you want to join in, that would be brilliant. Okay, take care.